Hello everybody! Me and Miss Rue just getting hyped, ready for our Saturday video. We're getting hyped. We're getting hyped. Yes, we are. Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I am, she's checking in. Want to make sure everybody's staying hyped. You gotta stay hyped. So we are just getting ready to work out this morning, and we are hyped this morning. I'm decked in my UT orange. Oh, here she comes. You got a little foot. Oh, she's getting pumped. Raising the roof. Today is a big football day, so we're all just feeling a little jazzy this morning. We don't have a coonhound Smokey, but we have got a teeny little Shih Tzu that she's got some gray in her hair. It's kind of the same. No, not really, but yeah. So so today is game day. We are psyched and we are pumped and we are ready to work out this morning. So we are doing a pyramid workout today. I'm going to try to move super fast because I would like to get through this pyramid up and down 2 full times for sure. And if we can get a little bonus, beautiful. But if not, we'll go with what we got, right? So we're gonna move quickly. So what you're gonna need today is your full weight selection. Again, don't empty the gym if you're working out, somewhere that's not directly next to your weights. But if you are, having to move some weights to somewhere where you're more comfortable to work out, just make sure you've got a light, a medium, and a heavy, because we're doing full body, so we're gonna need sort of all the variety for what our body parts can handle. If you have it, you want one of the big Swiss balls or stability balls, the big inflatable balls, if you have it. If you don't, then no worries. We're just gonna kind of give you whatever alternate exercise that you want to do. I think in this case, because we are gonna be working in the floor, I'll give you some alternates to do in the floor to work your hamstrings if you don't have that stability ball. So full weight selection, stability ball, your yoga mat, your whatever it is that makes you comfy in the floor. That's all you're gonna need today. So quickly, pyramid workout. What that is we start at the top of the pyramid with 5 reps of an exercise, and then we go to 10, 15, 20 increments of 5, all the way to 50. And then once we get to 50, we've hit the bottom of the pyramid, we climb back up. So whatever the 50 reps are, we do the 50 reps again, climb back up to 5. So that's kind of how the pyramid works. There's several variations of the pyramid workout, but this is how I generally do it. But we might experiment with some other versions of the pyramid later on. So we're working for reps, not time. Again, this is going to be a lot of counting for me because we got to count every rep, 5 to 50, 50 to 5. So please forgive me if my counting gets a little off. It's a lot to keep up with. So we are going to be working reps, not time. Obviously modify if needed, and add your music if you need it to get jazzy for your workout. Charlie and I both kind of rock out to music for about an hour before we get started, since neither one of us really get to have music. If he's playing music on the other side of the wall, you guys can hear it in here. So we both sort of work out in silence for the sake of our Facebook videos. And lastly, of course, if you have any questions while you're working out live, just shoot me a comment, and I do check them. I will check them at the bottom and the top of the pyramid. And if you're working out later, then just send me a message, email, whatever it is, and I'll be happy to help you out. And lastly, the 2 things I always mention is please just share these workouts, share my page, encourage people to subscribe on YouTube, anything you can do to get this message out and keep this movement going. And the very last thing I always mention is that if you would like to donate any funds for these workouts, it is greatly appreciated. I am not backed or sponsored by anyone or any facility, so it is the only payment I receive for these workouts. So I do thank you from the bottom of my heart for those of you who do give. All right, guys, so we are going to get started. The way I set this up, just so it flows a little more easily, nobody likes to get up and down out of the floor, even if you don't have any issues with it. It's still just kind of counterproductive and wasting of energy to up and down if you can avoid it. So the pyramid is written for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises of the pyramid is going to be in the floor, and then the rest are going to be standing. So try just to be a little more efficient that way. So go ahead and grab some weights and kind of put it by your mat, because you already need a little bit of weight while we're on the mat. So go ahead and have that set up. I'm going to do my quick pause, video check, all of that, and then we will get started. All right. All right, perfect. So, and actually, if you haven't already gotten the floor, I apologize. You're fine if you are in the floor. The one thing I was going to offer is our 5 reps is push-ups. If you are like fresh out of bed, haven't been moving all day, feeling a little stiff, I would recommend doing your push-ups up on the wall. If you're not in the floor already. If you're in the floor already, of course, or if you want to hop up. I'm not telling you what to do, you do you. But I was going to recommend that if you are fresh as a daisy this morning, you might want to do some push-ups on the wall at first. So I am going to come down to the floor myself, but just a quick, if you're on the wall, you're just going to turn, have your hands underneath your shoulders. Again, I always get a little awkward because of the plug here, so I'm going to step out of center for a moment. You're going to put your hands on the wall, underneath your shoulders, drop yourself down, and push up. So that's how you modify to the wall. The more angle you put to your feet, the more challenging it gets on the wall, or we can come down to the floor. I modify my push-ups 90% of the time because I have a shoulder issue that push-ups is like the #1 thing that aggravates it. So it's not worth it to lose my shoulder for a month to do push-ups and look really impressive, the full version. So I'm just gonna modify, still plenty hard. Push-ups never really get easy, do they? So I'm gonna hold plank, drop my knees. There's my modification. I've got my hands by my chest, under my shoulders. Let's go for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. All right, so we're staying on the floor. We're gonna come over to our back. The rest is gonna be on our back. So we have got 10 bicycle crunches. So it's not gonna be 10 total. We're gonna count each side as 1. So bicycle crunch, we're gonna lay flat, roll that back, flatten that core, gauge that pelvic floor, legs come up. We rotate our whole chest. We don't just pull through our neck and our head. Whole chest lifts up and over. Let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Lay it back. If you have the stability ball, the Swiss ball, this is where we're going to incorporate it, doing those hamstring rolls. We've done them recently. I tried to throw in exercises that we've done somewhat recently today so there wouldn't be such a learning curve since we're trying to move quickly. So you got your hamstring rolls with the ball. We'll go there. If not, you can bridge up, step a foot out, in, and then switch lead leg, out, in. So that's your alternative if you don't have the ball. If you have the ball, we put our feet up on the ball, kind of in that spot where your calf kind of tapers into your ankle. That's where you want sitting on the ball. We're gonna lift, we're gonna roll, we're gonna go for 15. Woo! 15, 14. Keeping those hips lifted. If that's a little too much, then you can drop your hips between the rep. You can come down, up, if you need to. 11, 10, 9, and tense in those hamstrings. 8, 7, 6, woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. I had a little bit of interference. My chair's a little too much in the way. I'm just gonna scoot that out for the next time. There we go. All right, so we're still on the floor. And stay here. We've got alternating bench press. Sorry, I need to adjust. These pants are getting a little too big for me, which is a good thing, but they're also my favorite pants, so I still wear them. But they are a little problematic. All right, so we've got our bench press. We're gonna alternate. So we're doing 20. We usually do bench press pretty heavy. 20 is a lot to do, heavy. So we're gonna alternate. So that'll cut it down to 10. So a bench press, we're up over our shoulders. I'm sorry, we're up over our chest, not over our shoulders. We're gonna roll those shoulders back into their sockets, so over our chest. When we drop, your weight should be about nipple line. Shouldn't be up over your chest, over your face, down by your belly, right about nipple line. That's where you wanna be. All right, so we're alternating. We've got 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. So this will definitely be our slowest round, because I have to explain all the exercises. After we get through this first round, it'll move more quickly. I will continue to coach, of course, but we'll just move from exercise to exercise, and I'll coach once we start moving. So this first round always takes a little bit longer. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Set one weight down. If you can comfortably set it down this way, do it. If your weights are really heavy and that's uncomfortable, sit up, set your weights down, lay back down. We're gonna do a waterfall crunch. I'm gonna choose to keep a weight just to make it a little more challenging. So waterfall crunch, we come up, we flex our feet like we're standing on the ceiling. If you're using a weight, you hold a weight here, or you can just reach for your toes. And then we're basically going to, again, imagine that string in our chest, pulling our chest up. Or since we have a weight above us, if you do, you can imagine the string is tied to that weight and you're pushing up. So we've got 25 of these. I know. Let's do it. Keeping that core flat and engaged. Again, we're not pulling through our neck. Our head should stay in line with our spine. Chest lifts. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. If you have the weight, don't keep reaching the weight out like this. That's bad for your neck. Just keep the weight where it is. If it gets too heavy, just set it down. 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm going to drop the weight from now, so I'm starting to feel my neck pull a little. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are done in the floor. We've been there for a while, so when you come to stand up, just be mindful, pay attention. Don't just hop up and get yourself all dizzy. All right, so from here, we have got, sorry, these pants. We've got lateral lunges. We've got 30. So we're gonna do 15 and 15. To keep it kind of isolating, we're gonna do 15 on one leg, 15 on the other. So we're not gonna alternate. So, lateral lunge, just a quick reminder, we step out, feet even, and we sit our hips back behind us and push up. So what tends to happen in a lateral lunge is we step out and we shoot this knee forward. No ma'am, no sir. We step out and then we sit back into our deep chair, okay? Might get a little pull, stretch through here. A lot of work in that glute over there. All right, so we've got 15 each leg. Let's do it. 15, 14. You want to land lightly when you step out. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. That was a wonky when my hip was like whoop, whoop, whoop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one this side, 1, good, other side, exactly the same. Remember, we're setting that booty back behind us. Woo, oh, everything popped. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Also, watch how far you're stepping out. 7. If you step out too far, way out here, and then you try to lunge, see how I'm not centered over that leg anymore? So make sure you're stepping out to where you can still kind of center up over that leg. I have no idea what number 1. I think that was about 9. 8, if I was wrong, please continue with your correct count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Whew, now get your heart rate going too, right? All right, so we've got alternating bicep curls. Now, we're doing a lot. We're doing 35. So that's what, about 17 on each side? So, try a regular bicep curl weight, but you might have to go down, or you might have to drop it and grab a lighter weight at some point. 17 is a lot for one arm. So, I'm gonna do my normal weight, give it a shot, but if I gotta drop it, I'm gonna drop it, right? So why don't we do twisting bicep curl. So we start here, we rotate up to the top. All right, alternating 35, let's go. And yes, I know that you'll have one extra on one side. That's okay. Just start with the other side the next time. You'll even out. 6, 7. Now fight the urge. 8, to move fast. 9, still want to move at that 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, we know we have 35. We're like, oh gosh, it's going to take forever. So we speed through it. Not what we want to do here. We still want to work at that appropriate pace. 16, 17, keeping those elbows locked into the side. 18, 19, 20, that's 10 each side. 22, 23, 24. Now here's where we've hit about our max rep range normally. 25. So if you're starting to feel those biceps fatigue, don't be shocked. See how far you can go. 28, 29, 30, almost there guys. 31, 32, 33, woo, 34, 35. Awesome job, guys. All right, so we've got 40 standing side bends. So kind of like our lateral lunges, just to really dig in. And so we don't have to hold two crazy heavy weights on our side. We're just gonna hold one weight, do one side, hold one weight, do the other side. So this is one where you want a really heavy weight. Whatever your heaviest weight is. Now obviously if your heaviest weight is one you literally cannot pick up, don't do that. Whatever the heaviest weight you can pick up and hold is, that's what you want right now. Generally. Now, that being said, if you have your heaviest weight and you do this exercise and you're like, oh hell no, just go to the next one down, right? It's okay. Just in general, this is a really heavy weight exercise. So we're gonna do standing side bends. We're gonna stand straight, and our weight in our left hand. We're gonna engage that core, flatten, we dip to the side, we pull through here, pull ourselves over. 19, pull through here. 18, squeeze. 17, make sure you're standing tall. 16, think about like you're bending over a beach ball. 15, not just kind of dumping into your side like this. So think up and over a beach ball. 14, 13, 12, 11. So what we're doing here is we're extending that muscle and then we're contracting that muscle. 9, 8. The shoulders relax. Don't feel the need to pull that weight with your shoulder at all. You're literally just hanging on to that weight. That's it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Woo. Gives that grip a test too, right? That's what most of us have a pretty solid deficiency in our grip. So it's good for that as well. All right, get that shoulder back. We relax it, bend, squeeze. This is always such an interesting one for me because as most of you know, I have scoliosis. My spine curves this way. So to bend against that is very challenging for me. So I feel a really big difference when I do this side versus the other. The other is like, yep, this is perfect. Let's bend this way. This way is like, excuse me? I believe that's at 10, 9. And remember, we're kind of coming up and over. 8, not dramatically, but I say that just to get you out of the mindset of just dumping over into your side. 4, 3, 2, you can even put a hand and feel it. 1. Awesome. So, next up, we're gonna do low squat pulses. So you have your choice here. You can grab a weight, hold on to the weight, extra challenge, or you can just low squat pulse without the weight, or low squat pulse for a bit with the weight and drop it. I haven't done a low squat pulse with a weight in ages. I wanna give it a shot. We'll see. So we're doing 45 of them. So we're gonna set up our squat. Usually you want your feet about hip width, maybe a little bit wider. I'm a little more comfortable a little bit wider. Here we're doing a regular squat, so our toes are facing forward, or a little bit of flare out is okay. We just don't wanna go goblet and definitely not sumo. So a little bit of flare out is fine, just what makes your hips happy and your knees happy. If you're gonna hold a weight, you can hold it here, or you can hold it here, roll those shoulders back, come to our lowest point, and we pulse. Like you're sitting in that deep chair, hips are back. You should be able to wiggle your toes. All that pressure is coming towards the back of that foot. If you feel anything in your lower back, that means this weight is probably too much for you. Either drop your weight down or drop it completely. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. If you're holding a weight, you're not up here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, set that weight down. Our last set is 50. Now, we are going to work 5 different exercises in that 50. It's just hard to find something to do in 50, and we're trying to hit all body. And I knew there was a couple pieces of the body we were missing so far, so thought I'd combine them all into a 50. So we've got, it got me winded. So we've got our first 3 are gonna be shoulder exercises because we haven't really done any shoulders yet. So we're gonna do 30 shoulder reps and then 20 tricep reps, all right? So you're gonna need light weights for this. 5 to 10 is where I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna try for 10. I may have to drop down to 5 because we're doing 30 reps of shoulder exercises. So your weights can be whatever you want them to be. I just like to give people an idea of where I'm at sometimes. So we're gonna do 10 front raises, 10 lateral raises, 10 overhead press. This weight's gonna be light for my overhead press, but by the time I've done 10 front raises, 10 lateral raises, this will feel like plenty for my overhead press. And then we're doing 10 overhead triceps, and we're doing 10 tricep kickbacks. All right? Okay, so front raise, we raise our shoulders, we roll our shoulders back into our back pockets. We leave our shoulders plugged back, so we don't front raise and roll forward. We stay back, front raise. All right? Okay, if you have to reset between every rep, I kind of do, no worries. All right, 10 front raises. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. A little bit of bend in those elbows. 7. You never want a completely locked out arm. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Lateral raise. Roll them back. 10 out to the side, slightly ahead of your shoulder, just a teeny bit when you raise. So you're going to raise out just a little bit ahead of your shoulder, not straight back even with your shoulder. We've got 10, 10, 9. Again, keeping those shoulders down. 8. We stop about that shoulder height. 7. We're always tempted to go above it. 6. It's really hard not to do if you don't have a mirror. 5, 4, 3. Again, a little bend in those elbows. 2, 1. Already feeling it. All right, 10 overhead presses right to it. Here, 10. As predicted, this feels plenty heavy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Press it back up. Put your 2 weights together over your head. Stagger your stance. Shoulders down away from your ears. We drop back. 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze those triceps at the top. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Bring them down, tricep kickbacks. We're here, flat back, set our weight back just a little bit. Squeeze at the top. 9. Don't swing them. 8. Press them back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We made it to the bottom. Leave those weights because we're coming right back to that set of 50 after our short break. Let's catch a break for just a minute. Whew. Starting to get sweaty for sure. So there you go. There's your first trip through the pyramid. So now we've made it to the bottom. Now we start at the bottom, work our way back up. So we've got the 50, 45, working our way back to the top. So take a minute, let those arms relax, grab yourself a drink, whatever you need. I'll check the video here in just a moment, and then we'll get started again. Whew. All right, actually let me check the time. I'm gonna see. All right. So I think as long as we move pretty quickly, we can get back up and at least down one more time. So, like I said, that first round is going to be our slowest round because I had to introduce every exercise and set it up. So going forward, we're just going to move to the next exercise. I will continue to coach as we do the exercise, but I'm not going to spend time setting each one up before we get started so we can move a little more quickly. We've already done everything once. We sort of know where we're going. All right, so we're going back to those 50. Don't be surprised if you're immediately like, oh, these weights are too much now, because we just got finished with 50. So if you need to do a lighter weight this round, no worries. But if you are unsure, then start with the weight you have and see where you need to go from there. All right, so back to it. We've got those front raises, shoulders back. Keep those arms plugged into that socket. Let's do it. 10, 9, a little bit of bend in those elbows, 8, 7, relax that neck, 6, 5, 4. If you've been doing front raises with your shoulders rolled out of the socket, this might feel really awkward and possibly really challenging. 3, 2, but just know now you're doing it the right way, and that's why it feels weird. And that's why it might be more challenging. Lateral raise. Let's go. Because you haven't been really working the correct muscles. So now the correct muscles are trying to do that exercise, and they're weak. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Overhead press. We're gonna feel heavy, y'all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them up. Stagger that stance. Triceps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2. You can do it. 1. Perfect. Tricep kickbacks. Roll those shoulders back. Set them back. Squeeze to the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. All right, I'm gonna set those weights back on the rack. So we've got our 45 low squat pulses. So if you want the weight, grab the weight. And this can be any weight that you want. If you want to really challenge yourself, go heavy. If you don't, go light or no weight at all. All right, so we've got our feet about hip width. Toes can flare out a little if you want them to. Got 45 low squat pulses. Go to our lowest point and pulse. Again, that booty is back in that deep chair. 9, 10. Weight towards the back of those feet. Make sure that tailbone is pointed down to the floor, not arched back behind you, pointing at the wall. 20. Press the floor away. 29, 30. Imagine we're pushing the floor away from you. 35, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh. All right. So yeah, quick tip on that. So hopefully we get back to it one more time. So when we're down here squatting, you want that tailbone rolled down. You don't want your butt tipped up like this. You want that tailbone rolled down. Standing side bends. So with that heavy weight, left hand, let that arm relax, just hanging on to the weight. We dip, come up and over. 19, 18. Remember, don't think, just kind of dip it into my side. Pull up and over. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. All about the obliques here. You can put your hand there. Feel it. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keeping that weight close to the side. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Let's do it. always feels so different. 17, 16, 15. It's just so contradictory to what my body wants to do. It's not painful, so I do it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge I need to take. Now, all in the hopes and the work towards correcting my posture. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Awesome, guys. All right. So yeah, because my spine's curved this way, I'm curved like this, that these muscles are always overstretched, and these muscles are always overcrunched. So I have to do things to try to elongate one side and strengthen and tighten the other. It's an interesting thing, the body is. All right, so we've got our 35 bicep curls alternating. So remember, start with the opposite hand this time to even it out. And this is a lot more reps than we normally do, so you may need to drop your weight at some point. But if you can't, or if you don't want to, push as long as you can. All right, guys, let's do it. Biceps have had a little more time to be refreshed. The ones in the middle get a little more recovery from each one of those. 8. Remember, we're moving at that regular pace. 10. Not speeding through it to try to get to 25 as quick as we can. 15. You really got to give those muscles time to register what they're doing. Let them elongate. Let them contract. 19. 20. 24. So again, we've hit our kind of normal rep range now. 25. Now we got the bonus. 26. 27. You can feel that bonus, right? 28. 29. 30. 5 more. 1, 2, 33, 34, 35. There it is. All right, guys, so we've got our lateral lunges, 15 on each side. Whew. Started. Whew. Sweat dripping. Nose running. Mascara running. All right, my kind of workout. All right, guys, left leg, we step out. Step back into that chair. Keep our chest tall. I'm bad about wanting to fold over too. Chest tall. Come up. 2. Again, we want to step to a width that when we squat, we're kind of lined up over that leg. 3, 4, 5. That allows us to get all that weight over that leg and push. 8, 9, try to land lightly. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Other side. And this is when there's a lot of moving parts. So you gotta really think about your form. Always notice a few of mine, no matter how hard I try, I get a little off. So I'm always sort of looking down at my leg to see where I'm landing. I generally find my step doesn't need to be as wide as I think. 6, 7. I have incredibly short legs. 10. Like these pants are supposed to be capri pants. 12. 13. 2 more. 14. 15. All right. Time to come down to the floor. Now, if you're somebody with blood pressure issues, or if your heart rate is super high, be mindful going down to the floor and take your time. There's no rush. We've got 25 of the waterfall crunches, so you can always come down when you're ready and just catch up. Whew. All right. I'm going to not use the weight on the waterfall crunches this time. I felt like I was just straining too much through my neck. So I'm going to let it go and do the waterfall crunches with no weight, which is still plenty challenging because we're doing 25 of them. So just remember, we're lifting through our chest, our arms are here, and we're reaching up, but we're not pulling, we're lifting. All right, guys, let's do it. 25. Feet flex like you're standing on the ceiling. If you need to pause, re-engage that core. Sometimes we lose it, and we have to sort of stop and remind ourselves. Nothing wrong with that. 15, reset. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, almost there, 9, 8, if you need to support your head, 7, that's okay too, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, perfect. All right, we've got our alternating bench press. So usually bench press is a heavier weight for us, so let's sit up, grab our weights, set them onto our legs, and then we can kick them back. So we've got it over our chest, not our neck or our throat. Whew. We're alternating for 20. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. This is one too. Think about those arms being plugged back into their sockets, not rolled up like this. Set them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel like I'm gonna do one more. There we go. I feel like I shouldn't have landed with one here, or maybe I was wrong. All right, guys, so now we've got those hamstring rolls. So if you've got the ball, you're gonna bring them in and do the rolls, or if not, you're gonna do the bridge with the step out, where we lift and then step out and step in with our feet, okay? Same idea, if you're doing the step outs, it's 1, 2, not 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? All right, with these rolls, we're doing 15. If at any point you feel like your feet are getting out of position, if you get where your feet are way out on the ball, stop and reset. So if your feet are too far, either direction on the ball, you're gonna start to feel the exercise in sort of the wrong places, okay? All right, so let's lift. 15, 14, 13, keep that core engaged. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I don't like where my feet are, so I'm going to adjust. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Those never get any easier. I've done these with my clients a couple times, a couple different clients this week, and we talk about how just isolating it is to the hamstrings, and how even though some of my clients I've been working with for well over a year, and some of them were in group fitness with me even before that, we've been doing them forever, and they still feel so hard. All right, so we've got our bicycle crunches. So remember, same idea. We're lifting through our chest, and when we rotate, we rotate our whole chest over. So we're not just kind of rolling or pulling through our head. Whole chest rotates over. All right. Support that head, but lightly. We're not pulling through our head. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. All right, bring it up. Woo. And we have got our push-ups. Feels like it's been forever since we did those, right? All right, so remember, you can do push-ups on the wall if the floor is too challenging. There's nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned wall push-up, for sure. So to get our modification, if we're not gonna do a full push-up, we're gonna go to our plank, drop our knees. There's where we need to be. Hands under shoulders, neck looking out long. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. If you need to get up, so we're going to go back through the pyramid. We're starting on the floor. But you're welcome to stay on the floor if you got everything you need. I'm going to hop up, check video, do all that fun stuff. So you stay wherever you want to be, because we're going to be back at the top with 5 push-ups for our next set. I'm going to take the time really quick, see how long that took, and we'll have an idea of what we can do. All right, so we're going to have to move quickly. It's 10:51. We probably got started about 10 after. So we're going to go through top to bottom one more time. Caroline, I saw your message about still being sore from that workout Tuesday, the bar workout. Girl, yes. My quads, I think today is the first day that I have not felt my quads. My quads have been on fire since Tuesday. For those of you not watching live, it is Saturday now. Tuesday, we did bar, crazy sore in my quads, still sore on Friday. Today, I think maybe I finally recovered. It was crazy. I was doing the workout and in my head going, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so sore. All right, guys, so let's take one more big drink of water and then we're gonna get right back to it. No chit chat, just moving. We're gonna get through this one more time. And it's actually pretty perfect because basically we've done 3 sets of everything, which is how we normally work anyway, so it works out perfect. I have these pipe dreams of getting through it twice, but it just never works out that way. All right, so we've got our 5 push-ups. Set it up. Drop those knees if you're dropping your knees. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. 5 push-ups done in the books. No more push-ups. Goodbye, push-ups. All right, send it back. Got our bicycle crunches. Remember, lift through the chest and rotate. Hands to support, not to pull the head. Flatten. Engage that pelvic floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. With the hamstring rolls or the hamstring step outs, whichever version you are doing. Whew. Get my head back on the mat here. All right. Remember, we've got that ball where the ankle and the calf taper together. We lift, we roll. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Lift those hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect, guys. That ball out of the way. If you're doing the step outs, might take you a little bit longer. Whew. No worries. We've got to grab our bench press weights and get those set up so you finish up if you need. Put our bench press weights, set on our knees, kick them back. Whew. All right. So got those weights over our chest, arms back in their sockets. We alternate. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. If you're comfortable dropping your elbows, setting your weights down, you can do that, or hold them to your chest, or roll them over and off. Probably my least favorite option if you have really heavy weights, but that's an option too. All right, we've got this 25 waterfall crunches. Feet up. Again, lifting through our chest, reaching for those toes, or supporting our head if needed. Again, I'm working on keeping those arms back in the socket instead of reaching out and rolling. So I normally, I can do this pretty easily. I'm trying to keep those arms back. Puts less pressure on our neck. My counting has been really bad on this one. I'm going with 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, flatten, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, guys, set it up. If you've been on the floor for a while, so please be mindful. When you sit up, sort of let your brain readjust before you then stand up. The sweat, it is real. I've got little wet stains, wet spots all over the floor. All right, guys, we're to our lateral lunges. So we've got 15 on each leg. Woo-wee. All right. Pep talking myself here. All right, guys, 15, let's go. 15, 14, 13, again, don't rush. 12, 11, I always encourage periodically looking down. 10, just checking how your form is. You don't want to do that constantly because you got your neck in a weird position. 8, but it's good every now and then. 7, 6, 5, 4. Again, you want to try to position yourself where all that weight. 3 is supported by your leg. 2, last one, center. 1. All right, other side. 15. So like right now, my leg's out further. So I'm going to try to set it up. There we go. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. Still sitting back in that deep chair. 7. 6. 5. 4. Almost there. 3. 2. 1. Awesome work, guys. We're in the home stretch. I know it's the longer stretch. It's a lot of reps, but we're almost there. 35, alternating bicep curls. All right, get it set up. Shoulders roll back, elbows locked in. Start with whichever side you want. We'll end up with one extra on one side. All right, guys, let's go. 34, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Don't go too fast. 24, 23, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Counting this many things makes me think of Anchorman. 1,999. 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you don't want to be lopsided, go for 36. There we go. Good job, guys. And thank you for your grace with my counting. That's a whole lot to count. So I know I haven't been perfect every time. All right, we've got the standing side bends. So guys, just the one thing I keep pointing out is that we want to be tall and come up and over. We don't want to be dumped into our spine and then just rocking into it, okay? It's probably looked very different, so I hope that helps you visualize what you should be doing. All right, just holding on to the weight. We're not pulling through that arm. 20, 19, no shrugging through that shoulder. 18, 17, 16, 15, put your hand here to really feel it. 14, 13, 12, this is also great work on our grip. 11, I'm really struggling by now. 10, to hang on. 9, it's really important as we work on lifting heavier weights to work on that grip, because usually that's the first thing to go. 6, when we start lifting heavy. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Other side. Back before I blew my knees completely to hell. 20, 19. I was lifting really heavy. 18. I think I was doing 50-pound in each hand. Fireman's carry or farmer's carries. And we got to the point we had to like kickbox and wrap them to my hands. 12. I don't know if that was the smartest idea. 11. But it worked. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Almost there. 3. Make sure you're not collapsing. 2. 1. Beautiful, guys. All right, last 2 sets. 45 low squat pulses, and then the sequence with 50. All right, let's get that squat set up. So again, we want shoulder, hip width, maybe a little bit further. I'm a little more comfortable further. Toes can be flared out a little bit, just not goblet or sumo. Little flare, always okay. Just depends on how our hips are made. Sometimes toes facing straight ahead is just not gonna work. All right, if you want the weight, load it up. Find your lowest point. Tailbone points down towards the floor. We pulse. 2, Make sure you're not shrugging those shoulders up. Push the floor away. Good job, guys. Weight towards the back of those feet. 25, 24, 3, 2. Make sure that tailbone hasn't rolled up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Push the floor. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna put that weight back on the rack. All right, guys, last set, 50 reps. We got this. So it's been a while. We've got the 50 front, 50 lateral, 50 overhead. Oh, I'm sorry, 10, 10, 10, 10 overhead tricep, 10 tricep extensions. All right, front raise, shoulders back in your pocket. Plug those arms into the socket. A little bit of bend in those elbows. We lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Lateral raise, again, a little bit bend in the elbow, just slightly. Stopping at that shoulder height. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Now for our not so heavy weight, but feels oh so heavy, overhead press. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them up. Stagger that stance. Bring those weights together. Elbows come forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lose my balance. 1. Last 10. Kickbacks. Squeeze. 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't swing them back. Squeeze them back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bing, 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 bing. We did it, guys. Whew. We went down the pyramid, up the pyramid, back down the pyramid. So good, guys. The amount of reps we did, I'm not going to spend the time doing the math, but it's pretty insane. So I hope you are sweating, huffing and puffing like me. I feel my whole body engaged, working, burning. It's awesome stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this workout, enjoyed trying the pyramid. If this is your first time, I have done a few more, so if you enjoyed it and you're working out at home without me, outside of the lives, go back and check some more pyramid workouts out on YouTube. They have their own playlists, so you can find them easily. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following along with me, being here with me. It means so much to me to see you guys here working out, to hear your stories, to hear your success, to see your questions. I just love it. So thank you so much, guys. As always, please share, subscribe, follow, encourage others to do as well. And if you do wish to send any payments for these classes, Venmo at Strong Style and Fit is where you'll find me. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. I see all of you. I thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you soon. Mwah.